Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Alright guys, don't forget, tomorrow I'm going to upload, and then after that I'll be on vacation for a few days. And I think I can't remember when the next one is going to be, but when I get back from vacation, I'll be uploading again. So this is an opportunity for you to catch up on maybe some of the videos that you haven't seen already. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who may like it as well. Also, if you have time, drop us a comment in the comment section because I want to know what you guys think about today's topic. Now, today's question came from several different people over the course of a few months. I had it on a list for a while. I thought about it. I asked some other people about it. And today I'm going to tell you what I found. The question said, do Aquarius dislike public displays of affection, also known as PDAs? Now, some people cannot stand public displays of affection, holding hands, kissing in public, holding each other, and in some cultures it's considered to be rude. I was talking to one of my students who's Korean, and they were telling me you would never be caught dead doing that 20 years ago in Korea. And she said now, because of the Western influence, you're seeing more of that energy. But she was like, 20 years ago, no way in God's green earth. Old people would yell at you, she said. So some people culturally and some people personally just do not like it. But when dealing with Aquarius, one thing about us you must always remember, Aquarius are free-spirited. So if the mood takes us to French kiss the shit out of somebody, I'm damn sure going to do it. I remember one time, you guys know I always talk about my friend the Taurus, my ex the Taurus actually. She's the only ex I actually still speak to. We never really had I walk away from her when she pisses me off, but we've never really had bad interactions. She just does things I don't like and I leave. So when I first met her, the very first time, I took her to get coffee. And when we finished having coffee, we were standing in the parking lot at Dunkin' Donuts, and we just started French kissing. Like just like a magnet just drew us together. And that's Aquarius. That is Aquarius. Passion will just take over sometimes, you know. It depends on how we feel about the other person. And it also depends on a number of other factors, but the biggest one being, how do we feel about the other person? So there's very many times when you will see an Aquarius displaying affection publicly. And it doesn't really matter what the gender or what the sexuality is. We're not afraid in that kind of way. Now, there are two types of Aquarius who will always go against this though. Two types of Aquarius who you will probably rarely, if ever, see in a public display of affection. The first type are the Aquarius who are extremely private and extremely shy. You have some Aquarius who are more shy than others. So they wouldn't be comfortable displaying this kind of affection, at least, you know, not all openly, like maybe in the dark corner of a bar or something like that. But this person really would not be comfortable. Even that might be too much for them. They wouldn't be comfortable. Some Aquarius are more of the shy kind. It's not the majority of us though. The majority of us are more of the extroverted introvert, which means that we're very open and we're very outgoing. We are, you know, kind of guarded though. So it's the extroverted introvert. So most of us are like that, and we have this free spirit, and we will be kissing or holding or whatever in public. But then you have the more introvert Aquarius, which is definitely by definition the smaller portion of us, but they do exist. And they would never be comfortable with something like that. They're more comfortable behind the scenes than in front of the scenes. They're more of the lone wolf. Aquarius are always the lone wolf or the leader of the pack. These Aquarius are the lone wolves. They spend a lot of their time alone, and they're not comfortable stepping into the spotlight, stepping into leadership, stepping into, on Front Street. They're not comfortable with that. So you wouldn't catch many of them kissing in public, maybe holding hands, something low key like that. But even that might be too much for them. They're very private. These Aquarius are extremely private, and something like that may make them uncomfortable. So you have those kind. And the one other kind of Aquarius who will be uncomfortable with public displays of affection are some of the darker Aquarius, some of the lower vibrational Aquarius. And the reason why some of them, not even all of them, the reason why some of them will be uncomfortable is because they're sneaky. So they don't want nobody to see them out in the street kissing on Barbara, when they in a relationship with Jackie, So the sneaky ones amongst us a lot of times are not going to do that because we're trying to keep up something we up to, basically, some kind of manipulation. But I said some of them, mind you, because some of them don't even care. It really depends, like I said, on if it's going to be some kind of consequence or some kind of penalty for being in the street, hugging, kissing, holding hands, whatever the case is. Because I do know some dark Aquarius who will be out there in the street doing God knows what, knowing they got to go home to their wife and kids, or their husband and kids, or whatever the case is. So some of them will be sneaky. So they can't do PDAs because they're trying to keep their thing low key. They're trying to spare whatever feelings, or it might not be feelings. They might just not want to get kicked out. They might just want to try to keep the peace, whatever the case is. They might want to keep their options open because they're seeing 4 or 5 different people. Those kind of sneaky Aquarius, they don't always like PDAs either. Like I said, some of them don't care and they'll do whatever they want. But then there are the sneakier ones, the more private ones that are like, they don't want to upset the apple cart. So if you see an Aquarius out in the street French kissing, that's not unusual. That's not unusual at all. You might see me French kissing one day. If you do, mind your business. But yeah, in all seriousness, it is something that we typically would not mind doing. It just really depends on the other person, because if the other person is, it's like a magnet. Like I said with the Taurus, it's a magnetic draw. And if we feel that magnetic draw, we will go for it. So it just, like I said, depends on the situation. So that's the answer to your question based on the people that I asked about it. The majority of us give it a thumbs up. A few of us aren't comfortable with it. So I would suggest that if you're in a relationship with an Aquarius and they don't like public displays of affection, figure out, is it because they're private or because they're sneaky? That's the $64,000 question. Because depending on those two things will be telling you if this is a relationship you should be in or not. If they're just private, I'm fine with that. But if they're sneaky and they're trying to hide something, which is a vibration you should pick up on by their other behaviors as well, then that's an Aquarius you need not keep seeing. Because if an Aquarius is being sneaky, then that means there's another person, and that other person is the person that the Aquarius apparently really has the commitment to. It's not you. So if you're out with them and they, acting funny, that's what that means. So that's fine. Let the Aquarius go play their game and you find somebody else that's worth your time. Okay? All right, guys. Time for me to get going. So if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. And underneath this video is going to be all of my information in case you want to get in contact with me. Okay, guys? See you later.